How's it going, guys? Jacob Dupre here at Full Compass, and I am so excited to show you the new Nord Organ 3. It's a beautiful instrument, builds on the wonderful legacy of the C2D. Whether you're a veteran organist or maybe you're a beginner, I think this is the ideal choice. I know this is going to be a mainstay for organ players for a very, very long time. Let's get into it. Now, the thing about the Nord Organ 3 is it is a very faithful digital version of a traditional Tonewheel organ, or like a Hammond B3, but incorporates a lot of modern things as well. So what I want to show you is what are you getting from the vintage and what are you getting from the modern? And it's all bringing it together. Some features from the Nord Stage 4 and some of the other keyboards and Nord's models have been brought in to just bring the old and new together. So the old, or the original you could say, is the traditional B3 features. So I mentioned you have percussion on the right, you have vibrato and chorus for the upper and lower manual, the different types that you can change. There's C3, which is probably the one most people are going to use, but you have C1, V2, V3, the different ones that go with some of the other types of organs like Vox, Farfisa. You have the ability to do presets here, kind of similar to what you do in that bottom octave on a Hammond, but here you can see I can quickly go through different drawbar presets or switch from manual A to B. Same thing for the bottom manual. You have the rotor speed down here at the bottom where it's meant to be. Again, everything is positioned so that even the experienced player that's only played Hammonds will sit down and know where everything is. You know, almost with your eyes closed, you can find the percussion. It's all in the right place. So rotor speed down here, but beneath it, there's actually the half moon switch, which is one of the accessories that lots of folks are going to want, especially people that are, again, used to the real thing, we'll say, that love to be able to just switch the rotor speed quickly. So let's listen a little bit more to the potential, the sound potential that this has. I'm going to take you through some of the presets, or on Nord they're called programs, which, by the way, you can tweak any of the settings here, and it's great on Nords because they're all right on the panel. You don't have to dive in a menu and program anything. If I want to add reverb, it's here. If I want to add an effect, it's here. So you can tweak all that and then store it, put it in whatever order you want, call your set list up on your gigs. It's all so easy to do on Nord. But let's go through some presets. There's one in here that makes use of one of the other new things that's on the Nord Organ 3, which is additional bass models. So you have the B3 bass, you have Vox and Farfisa, but there's now synth basses, which really is just a modern spin on that kind of sound. So here's one called B3T bass. A little Michael leaked in there. One of the cool things that you get with any of the basses you used is this sustain button. So you can hear that had a pretty long decay to it, right? But I can have it to be really short, which is good for... But if I want it to be a little longer, so you get some envelope control on that bass sound. Let me take you to another one. This is probably my favorite preset because it really just shows you how this goes beyond just your typical organ sound, right? Now, I don't want to offend any guitar players, but I think if you close your eyes or you were to hear this in a mix, you might think you're listening to a lead guitar. Check it out. I love that sound so much. So what that's using is you've got the Farfisa model, so that's the Farfisa organ on the bass model, Farfisa on the organ model up top. And then it's got the phaser that's in the modulation section. So those effects, and again, just to show you how easy it is on Nord, if I start with this preset, I want to tweak it. Say I want chorus instead of phaser. I'm there, I'm right there. If I don't like all that drive, I want to turn it down. And crank it back up until I get it just where I want. It's so easy. It's using the cathedral reverb over here, by the way, really big reverb. One of my favorites though is the spring reverb. Just kind of put it on your basic kind of jazz setting, something like this. One of the things I love to do too, you'll notice right in the center, it says bass pedal. So you get 2 drawbars here for the bass pedal. And for some guys, they're going to use the pedal keys down here to walk bass, which I'm getting more into all the time, but I'm really coming from being a piano player, so I like to walk bass lines with my left hand. It's easy to do on here. All I have to do is switch on 2-low manual, and now I have the same sound that I could get with the pedal. It's down here in my left hand. So I can pair that up, drop a little reverb here, and let's swing a little bit. So one question you might have is, what kind of player is this instrument for? Any kind of house of worship environment, because it does have, again, that B3 sound. It's got Vox Farfisa, but also pipe organs. And anybody that's played Nords will feel comfortable on this instrument. This is such an approachable way to start learning how to play this style. And, you know, it being only like 37 pounds, it's the easiest thing to take on a gig in the world. Let's go over the accessories you can get for the Nord Organ 3. You're seeing most of them here, actually, starting with the stand underneath. And it's really great. It's super light, aluminum. It's really easy to pick up. You can actually, almost one person can just pick the whole thing up and move it alone. But one of my favorite features about it is the feet at the bottom. A couple times I had a seat that made my knee kind of get trapped underneath the instrument. Well, rather than have to undo screws or anything and raise the whole stand, we were just able to twist out those feet just a little bit and give me another inch or two, and it was perfect. You also have the half moon switch over here, which, as I mentioned, is the way you can switch from slow to stop to fast on the Leslie. Lots of players are going to want to have that. Underneath, you have the pedal keys, which I played a little bit earlier. You can also get a music rest attachment. There's a wood and a metal version of that. And attached to the pedal keys is the EP30 swell pedal there, which is your ability to be expressive with the instrument. And when you have the drive up and you swell, let's run through the I/O and some of the routing options that you get on here, because it's really nice what they've added to that. It really gives you some extra capability in live performances, but also in the studio as well. So starting on the left, you have the external rotary speaker and high level out. That's if you want to use some type of external speaker, you know, some type of Leslie recreation, something like that, you have it there. Going this way, you have monitor in and headphones. Now for the outputs, you have left and right out. Those are both mono outs, but you have next to it the auxiliary output. And this is an awesome addition. For recording at home, it's perfect. but for a live setting, if you want to give your front of house guy a mix where he can, really get in an EQ and mix the bass separately, you have that option. You have the bass pedal input, which of course is a MIDI connection, that's what's powering the pedal keys, a MIDI in and out, a sustain pedal input, then next to that you have the swell pedal input, USB, again, for connecting using like a controller, and then rotary control. That would be the input for the half moon switch. And that's the Nord Organ 3. What an exciting instrument. Thanks so much for watching this. If you've got any more questions about it, you want to get your hands on one of these, you need to talk to your full Compass sales representative. They're going to help you out. Thanks for watching.